Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about Batman news, miscellaneous movie news, but mostly Batman news.
Were you talking there?
Yeah, I was doing the intro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so anyway, have you heard about Lex Luthor?
Yes, I did.
How do you feel about that?
I'm just gonna say what I said about all the other casting choices. I mean, he is a good actor.
Yeah,
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait and see what the movie's like. Would he have been my first choice for Lex Luthor? Absolutely no way. Would he have been my 15th choice for Lex Luthor? No way. In fact, I wouldn't have even considered him for the role of Lex Luthor. But I mean, at least he's a semi-decent actor.
Yeah, the thing is, we spoke about this recently, and basically where we were talking about Bryan Cranston being Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
I thought it was a done deal. I thought he was he was in.
So
And there was mock-ups of him on, like, you know, Time magazine and Forbes and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure they were official mock-ups. They weren't just wasn't fan art or something like that. I think if I hadn't heard about Bryan Cranston getting the job, and then I had heard about Jesse Eisenberg getting the job, I'd have been fine. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But because I had Bryan Cranston in my head, it's such a fucking letdown to get that big,
definitely, yeah.
teenager in the role. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think he might actually be alright. I think it'd be interesting to see a younger Lex Luthor, a kind of a real. He's not evil. I don't think Lex Luthor's an evil fucking son of a bitch, especially in his younger years. When you think about him in Smallville and what have you, you know.
He thinks he's a good guy.
Yeah.
He thinks Superman is the bad one in the relationship. Do you know what I mean? He views Superman as being this alien that's just caused destruction and mayhem in the world. So when he wants to stop him and destroy him, he thinks he's doing it for the good of people. And he kind of became a more cartoony villain later on with regards to I'm going to destroy the world with this cockroach.
Yeah.
Ridiculous shit like that, you know what I mean? So
yeah, just a fucking super villain.
The thing on the Jesse Eisenberg thing, you said that this teenager playing Lex Luthor, you know he's actually like 30.
I just kind of look at anybody with hair as being a teenager, you know what I mean?
Sure, he's the same age as Henry Cavill, who plays Superman.
That's hard for me to get my head around.
I know.
I'm not saying I thought he was an old guy or anything, but just he seems a lot fucking older.
He's more mature and like sophisticated.
Yeah.
Which I'm eating a bar of chocolate and I said sophisticated, and we just spat a load of chocolate on the screen.
It's really a shame we don't have HD on this thing. That's gold.
Very sophisticated.
What I was saying, put Bryan Cranston to one side, and then I'm actually kind of a little bit looking forward to seeing what Jesse Eisenberg does.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think it's a really, like, some people are saying it's a bold casting choice. It's only bold in the way that you're upsetting people that thought Bryan Cranston got it.
Yeah.
Apart from that, it's not particularly bold, especially when you
No,
consider
it's not.
you have an English guy playing Superman, you have a really unpopular guy playing Batman.
Jeremy Irons as Alfred.
I read an article about Jesse Eisenberg, and right down the very end, as a kind of aside, they mentioned Jeremy Irons, and I was like, what?
Yeah, like it's just
what?
He's a great actor.
Oh yeah.
Die Hard 3, The Lion King. He played Scar in The Lion King.
Now tell me this, is Dwayne The Rock Johnson, is that confirmed, or what's the crack there?
I really don't know.
They were saying about bold choices for this and that, but they don't really care, and they said bring on Jeremy Irons as Alfred and Dwayne The Rock Johnson as Robin. And I was like, that has to be a joke.
Yeah,
I can't picture a buff. Imagine a Robin bigger than a Batman.
Yeah, that'd be ridiculous.
That's a bold choice. I don't know if it'd be ridiculous. It might actually legitimise the character for once.
I don't see. I'm a huge advocate for the extended Batman family: Nightwing, Robin, Red Robin, Batgirl, Batwoman. Shit like that. I'm a huge advocate for that because those characters, if they're done right, like they are in the comics, obviously they're done right in the comics because that's where their source material. That's the only kind of reference I have. They really add to Batman's character. One of the biggest things that's happened in, say, the last, in the life of Batman, I suppose, apart from his parents dying, was Jason Todd dying, who was the second Robin. He got killed by the Joker, and that failure, kind of, by Batman to save him, was a big driving force for him to keep going, and also why he didn't want to have another Robin and shit like that. So it's like, if it's done well, it's great, but unfortunately, we've only ever had Chris O'Donnell.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, Nightwing is possibly, apart from Batman, is my favorite character in the Batman universe. Like, everyone always says, everyone's favorite character is Batman.
Yeah.
In the Batman universe, no one sits down and says, "Geez, I'm only reading this for Commissioner Gordon." Do you know what I mean? Like, no one does that. But apart from Batman, I think my favorite character would have to be Nightwing. That relationship between Dick Grayson and Bruce Wayne is really, really important. And when it's done well, like I just read Nightwing Year One, which is something I'd recommend people who are into that universe to read. I read it again, and to see like why their team fell apart and why he left and how he became, Nightwing. Shit like that. So it's really interesting. So yeah, I just want to see that extended family on screen. I think if Man of Steel 2 does well and they decide to move forward with like a Batman reboot and they decide to bring all these elements in, which I think they will do if they have Zack Snyder kind of in charge of the DC universe.
Yeah.
He's into comics, so he will extend it. Christopher Nolan's very like, no, this is actually a story about the city. So I want to see it. I'm really hoping they do it in the future sometime.
No,
I'm hoping.
It brings an interesting angle to Batman, already, because Batman's one of these characters that you have this thing in your head. He's a lone wolf.
Yeah.
But he's not really. He's surrounded by people he loves and who love him.
Yeah.
He's like Wolverine. Wolverine's the same. He has this image of being this, lone wolf and
lone wolf.
Yeah. But, actually, somebody made a joke about that once about him being a lone wolf. They were saying he has this reputation of, he doesn't need anybody around him and this and that. But if you look at him through history, he's always been in some sort of army or club, or he's in the X-Men. He's constantly surrounding himself with people just so he can tell them, I only work alone. I have to travel this road alone. Yeah,
I never thought about that. Yeah, I never thought about that, but that's actually very true.
Bye.